Hi guys. So, I'm sitting in this field right now. This beautiful, beautiful field just surrounded by trees. In pretty much every direction. There's a road right there if you can't tell. But, I'm mostly all by myself. Look at that beautiful sky. So yeah, I'm just sitting under this tree, and I was wondering to myself, does fate exist? Because I've noticed that the question is always answered differently depending on my mood. And that doesn't make sense, right? Because we're answering a factual question with emotion that no matter how I answer it, it's always going to be wrong because I'm answering it that way for an emotional reason, not a factual one. And, I notice whenever I'm not feeling the best, I always answer the question as, no, fate doesn't exist. It's never existed. It's fake. But when I'm feeling great, I say, yes, fate exists. This is all happened to me because of fate. This was destined to be. And I've kind of thought about it under this tree as, I'm contemplating how things have happened to me the way they have happened and what that means. I realized that both points of view are technically correct. Both points of view are equally as valid, but not for the emotional reason, it's for the factual one. Because technically, fate doesn't exist, but it does exist. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's a illusion. It's an illusion if it does exist. It's an illusion if it doesn't exist. It's contradictory to itself. It's hypocritical because choice is the same way. I'm sure you know this clearly. There's some things that just happen to you, and they would have happened any way you look at it. And some things are just insane. Absolutely insane. Like, you can't believe that they happened the way they had happened. And there was just no way you could have made it happen that way. There's a lot of events in my life that are like that, where I just have to laugh to myself and say, wow, there's no way that I ever, this is kind of getting into a weird rant, but basically what I'm getting at is there's some things in life that literally cannot be predicted, cannot be chosen. They just happen. And they happen for a reason. And the reasons are always different. And sometimes there's more than one reason for the way things happen. But at the end of the day, I've always noticed that it's always interpretation. It comes down to, do you accept it for what it is and say it happened to you, that it was fate, that was the reason it happened? If you say that, you actually move past things and you start to understand things way more than if you blame yourself for the things that have happened in your life. I think it's more productive to blame it on fate. But at the same time, it's not, because then you get angry at fate. You get angry that bad things have happened to you. It really depends on your mood, doesn't it? So, to answer the question if fate exists, yes and no. It's interpretation. This whole world is interpretation and perception. You know. But when you actually realize you're living in the Matrix and that none of this is even real in the first place, it doesn't really matter if fate exists or if it doesn't exist. It's the whole thing's an illusion anyway. You make the world however you want to make it, and however you get through it the best, that works for you. So believe what you want to believe. So I love you all. I'll see you later. I hope this didn't get too strange or obscure, but yeah, that's how I am. I'm very obscure and strange. Questionable at best. So I love you all. I'll see you later. Peace.